Hey, it's me again, and I love Roblox events. If you ever knew anything about me since Roblox released The Hunt, you might know that I have gone completely insane completing these events. So recently for the winter holidays, Roblox released an event called Winter Spotlight, which lasts roughly 2 weeks. At the time I am recording this, I have completed the event, and by this time this video gets uploaded, the event will be over and it will be 2025. This is also one of the first events I ever completed 100% within a couple of days after release, and I'll be answering the question, was this event good? For anybody that has no idea what the event is about, allow me to quickly rant about it. Just like previous events, you're tasked with a series of games with a series of quests to beat. By collecting badges, you get avatar items as rewards. This event consists of 24 games, each with 2 badges to collect. As a 100% completionist of this event, I have to say that this event isn't as bad as the other ones. In fact, it might be better than most, if not all, from this year. The avatar items you get as rewards are not that bad in design, and a lot of them look really cool, with a few exceptions of some others, and the rest of the awesome ones being the paid track, which is a complete bummer. Overall, I'd say it is worth it getting the majority of the items from this event, and compared to previous events, like for example, the games, the one from this event are leagues ahead in terms of design, mostly because the games had layered clothing, which nobody likes. This event left me a really good impression at first, as the hub was fantastic and it was generally okay. Though figuring out what to do may be confusing, as the UI for the event was a massive downgrade from events like the games, and so keeping track of your progress was difficult, especially with the missing events tab in the website. Either way, this event served to be an average but great event and will always be better than The Hunt. The selection of games Roblox has done for this event is the thing I have the most problems with that has any involvement with Roblox in it. The choices of games were absolutely terrible, and even Arsenal, which cooked for The Hunt, the classic and the games, didn't even show up. Blade Bomb made yet another appearance, which caused a lot of people to have psychological trauma again, and even worse is that they added yet another American football game, which has caused me to have severe mental damage. There was also no reason for Toilet Tower Defense to show up yet again, which made absolutely no sense to me. If I were to give this a rating for game selection, I would give this a 6 out of 10. At least there was some improvement, though it could just be for the low amount of games this time. I don't have much to say about quality somehow, so I'll just try to get this over with. Surprisingly, the quality of this event has improved much more, especially from the previous event, which was The Hunt, an event somehow worse than The Hunt in my opinion. There are also a lot of plain repetitive games that just ask you to play their game, like Blade Ball, Driving Empire, and Pets Go. Those are one of the most prominent ones that come to my mind, but half of the event is like this anyway. Events like the games and the classic might actually outclass this one more in terms of quality and effort put into it, but overall I would just give it a 7 out of 10 for quality. Before we move on to the next section, I just want to share my struggles, the rest of my struggles, so that I could basically share my experience with it. My main struggle was, sleep deprivation. I was basically a zombie. I was just mentally dying, and I would stay past 5 a.m. a lot of times to finish this event, and mainly because of TDS, Tower Defense Simulator, being the main cause of me staying up during the later days. I think it was day 3 or day 4 of the event, after I finished every batch except Tower Defense, which is why I was tweaking so hard. It was because of Tower Defense. I'm not gonna blame the devs, alright? They did really well, but they did not consider the fact that there were going to be beginners playing their game, and I have absolutely lost my mind over that, and genuinely, I don't know what to do. But I'm done now, so yeah, that's my struggles. Those are my struggles. I have encountered many games in this event, which has made me want to rip my hair out and scream. The difficulties of some games make the event challenging, and some make it a waste of my time. Take a Dusty Trip in Tower Defense Simulator, for example. A Dusty Trip's elite token quest was time consuming, but in the end, it was worth it, and I see how much effort was put into it. Let's go. The game was very buggy too, and forgot to have a starting point to help. Tower Defense Simulator, on the other hand, wasn't even beginner friendly for the Elite Token quest because they made you use your own loadout, so if you're new to the game like me, you're basically doomed. I decided to grind for a good loadout so that I can finally finish the event, just for them to nerf the badge, effectively making me waste all my time for nothing. Keep in mind that TDS was the last game I had to do to finish the event. But that's not all. There was also another game that did the exact same thing as TDS, and that was Beeswarm Simulator. No hate to Beeswarm Simulator, but they decided it would be a great idea to have the event be mixed with Beesmas 2025, which caused new players to take days to complete it, and you needed to complete 3 Beesmas quests, which is what I did. Then they nerfed it to 2 quests, and I just realized that as I'm writing the script. I'm a near mid-game player, and it took me less than 3 hours, so if you were a new player, it would probably take days. Both TDS and Beeswarm has caused me a lot of my time, but they're not the only ones. I can go on and on about these types of games, but then this video would be too long. Either way, the difficulty of the event games are teetering at the edge of balance and complete annoyance. I'll rate this as a 5 out of 10 as a high ball because I'm feeling generous and I'm still pissed. Like, come on, what the fuck? This section will summarize everything that I said in the last 6 minutes, so let's start out with the pros. Overall, the event was more enjoyable than some of the previous events, which by now you know which events I'm talking about. The time taken to beat a lot of the games included within the event is pretty short if we're excluding the ones I just ranted about. The map is also amazing as well, and there were a good number of games which players can handle playing, and a good amount of rewards too. A decent chunk of the games had actual links to the event theme, and are fun too. For example, Emergency Hamburg had actual straightforward quests that are easy to beat and don't take too much time, or Dragon Adventures, which is somehow fun and had themes relating to the event. For cons, basically more than half of the event was the same old boring ass no theme, no fun, makes you want to sleep and stupid ass cash grab, designed to waste as much time as possible to earn as much money as possible from you. A lot of these games share the same repetitive quests which follow my previous statement, and some of the games suffer from performance issues or engagement issues which cause players to have a bad experience playing them and stress them out even more. Games that were requested by the community to not be added again were still added again, which continues to negatively impact the community and the experience of playing the event. Amazing customer service, Roblox. There's still a lot more that I can't talk about for cons, but I'm not going to since I don't want to risk this video being even longer than it should be. The pros and cons balance each other out pretty well in my opinion, and I had fun playing this event and some of the games that I called out for being repetitive and just not original. Let's take Bed Wars for example. Bed Wars had their request be an already existing quest that has been around for 2 years for a kit called Attitude. Even if it was completely unoriginal, I still had fun playing it, especially with friends, and it proves that sometimes the pros and cons can balance each other out, which is an improvement.
I died.
I know.
I died. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Did you die, Pete?
Yeah, I died. Can you run? You're dead.
You're dead.
Thirsty for blood, actually craving for love. What you want is the greed makes you go numb. Purposefully blocking good thoughts. Please doctor's about to be that patient, cause I'm about to knock him out cold. Bring it back, please. Whole lot of moves I make you on your like dance floor and doing this beat down and probably wish that you could fast forward.
dead.
No, I was cooking. I was cooking so hard. No way. No way.
Me, but always get back out. New perspective gain from all the pain and stress. And when I do come back, I'm stronger than ever before.
I know this is supposed to be a mini event, which is why most of the time I'm talking about the games and not Roblox. But it's not that hard to not choose Blade Ball after 3 events with the same exact complaint. Either way, the most important aspect that can be improved is not for Roblox themselves to work on, but the developers of the games Roblox selected. Remember, the most important thing in the dev hunt, which is the type of event Roblox currently is doing, is the contribution a Roblox game gives to the event. This is another reason why game selection needs to be improved, as this is the biggest impact Roblox can do to affect the overall outcome of their event. But in the end, it all matters in the passion and creativity of a Roblox game developer, and I hope that they can follow that passion and bring something great to the community. I know that I have said way too much already, but I want to conclude this video with my final thoughts after having completed the entire event. In summary, this event really is an improvement in your general Roblox event so far, and I can see that eventually, maybe in a few years, it might surpass even the old Roblox egg hunts back in the day. Despite the numerous flaws event after event, Roblox still offers a somewhat fun event despite the flaws. Maybe because Roblox is so uneventful, which makes a new event somehow exciting, but really doesn't matter. If you're a fan of having to race against millions of people to beat an entire global event alongside losing your sanity, this is your go-to. Even if you're not like that, it's still worth checking out nevertheless. Overall, this event is a 6.5 out of 10 for me. I wouldn't recommend, but I know there is a lot of potential for it to be better. In the end, we'll see that with the next big event Roblox announced, and until then, peace out.